So quiet. Thank you. Okay, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Come here. This way. Hot damn. We've had a busy January.
That we have.
We've been doing a ton of cool things, but now we're back. And I feel like it's important to maybe update you on all the cool stuff that we have been doing.
Lucky you, we've been filming. First up, Elsa's favorite thing in the world besides hunting morel mushrooms.
This is so fun! Snowboarding. We finally got to get passes to a mountain this year. Every other year we'd been just moving, so we never really were in a consistent enough place to get a mountain pass. So finally we get to go and snowboard, and it really makes me happier than just about anything ever.
I'm like nearly forcing Elsa to go every chance that we get because it's so good for her mental health.
It feels so good. I was really killing it the last time that we went. Going fast, taking names, and on the very last run, I ate it. I just took a super hard fall.
Right underneath the lift.
Which is great. And I lost my keys and my AirPods, but I didn't find that out until we were about 45 minutes away from the mountain. So we drove straight back. I knew the general area that I fell in, that they would be in, but because of my AirPods, I could track it on my phone. So we went straight to the spot, and the keys were buried a little bit, but we found them. And the AirPods were sitting just even with the snow. Like just exactly even. A white case. I don't know how I found it.
There was a big divot because it was pretty powdery that day, and in the ground you could just see where Elsa had biffed, and then her things were just scattered around there.
So because of this almost catastrophe, AirPods, I think you could replace them for money, and that would have been not fun, but to replace all those keys would have been terrible. So we found them, and I immediately bought AirTags, Apple AirTags. I've been wanting to for a while because I will lose my keys in my wallet in my pockets. It's not my fault. I get this from my father, okay? It's not my fault. Once I got the AirTags, I made them a leather case, of course.
Where did it go? You better find them. Here we go.
Sweet. Love it. And this is the one that I made for my wallet. It has been very helpful. 10 out of 10 recommend.
I'm so happy you have that. My anxiety is like a lot less.
Now let's just hope I don't lose my phone, because then I'll lose all of it. Cheers.
Wow.
We had some of our very best friends from Kansas City come out and stay with us here in our beautiful, wonderful favorite town.
We rented a cute little cabin with a washer and dryer and a dishwasher and running water, and it was wonderful.
We showed them our beloved little town, brought them back to the Scamp to show them our land. Steve has the same dirt bike as Barron, so he taught Allie how to ride my dirt bike, and that was super fun. Allie is the one that I hiked my Appalachian Trail hike with, my first ever backpacking trip. If you are looking for an awesome yoga teacher or a personal trainer in the Kansas City area to kick off the new year with, shoot these guys a message on Instagram.
You can hunt a deer, but can you shuffle a deck of cards?
No.
You're like, now going to second and third. No, actually.
Wow!
Oh my God.
I'm very smart.
We had a blast with these two, and we missed them the moment that they left.
We're still trying to talk them into moving here.
You'll see.
Wait, you did that fast, really?
Elsa did, but I actually...
Right after this trip, I left for a hot spring trip with my friend Michelle for her birthday.
You will recognize Michelle from Elsa's Colorado Trail hike from last summer.
We had the best weekend ever of soaking, pampering, crafting, and sightseeing. It was so much fun. Happy birthday, Michelle!
I'm so happy that Elsa has a friend to do all these things with, because normally, like watercolor and everything, you're having to do by yourself. So it's so cute to see you
Yeah,
guys doing
it was
that
so
together.
much fun. You picked me up from that trip, and in the back of the Stubby was a brand new freezer.
Yeah, something I'm pretty excited about. I've done a lot of research and finally landed on one that I think will work for us.
We needed this freezer very, very badly and very quickly for the 2 deer that Barron harvested at the beginning of the month.
We've yet to get them back. They're still at the processor.
Why are we putting our freezer in a tree instead of, like, not in a tree?
Because we don't have a good shady spot to put it in. Eventually on the office, which we've been calling the cave, we will build sort of a garage structure, but right now we don't really have time for that. And we're trying to get the hides in the freezer before they start to rot, so yeah, we just got to get this rocking quick, and this is the best solution I can come up with quick.
We are going to try to brain tan these hides So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a really interesting, really cool process.
I think it'll be really cool to make leather pieces out of my first deer.
For sure. We're powering the freezer with our Gold Zero battery. It only pulls about 50 watts, and it does so rarely. In summer, it'll pull more, but we will have more sun then. So we're pretty happy. This will be one of those things that we look back on later and just laugh, saying, look what we had to do before we had a house.
Oh, no, this is pretty sweet.
A treeser.
Hey, baby, will you go grab me a steak out of the treeser?
From there, we left for Denver for the biggest event by far
That we've ever had,
Yeah.
probably.
We had our first ever meetup hosted by Fjallraven, of all brands, our favorite clothing company. Of course, it happened to be a pretty icy day, so not everybody who signed up could attend, but there were about 60 to 70 people. We did a presentation and then opened it up for Q&A, and the presentation went really, really well.
But of course, Camp ended up being the star, and he roamed around and got pets from everybody that he could as we gave our presentation. It was super cute.
We just let him walk around free, and everybody knows him, so they know that he can blast off sometimes, so we appreciate everybody keeping an eye out.
You could just float around.
Is that okay?
The door's closed.
And if people are interested, we'll put this up on Patreon. The audio is not great, but we're just kind of figuring all this out. We'll do better next time.
It was everything that we could do just to do the presentation itself. So trying to set up, we had multiple cameras, which was good, but we didn't think to put a microphone, like a dedicated mic, just right in front of us.
Of course. We didn't get much footage either of the event because we were so busy talking to people. And like you said, it was just, we were very, very focused on just getting through the presentation.
I thought it was so cool too, because a lot of times you struggle in events like with that many people, but you were so tuned in and excited the whole time. It was really cool to see.
I remembered everybody's names, which was so surprising. I was so energized. And yeah, I am very, very introverted. But I don't know, I think it was just to see so many people in real life who really, really understand us and were so supportive of everything that we're doing and gave us so many words of affirmation saying how inspired they are to change their lives. It was so deeply validating.
Because a lot of times we don't get that validation from like friends and family in real life. So to have real life humans saying how much they value what we're doing, it just meant the world.
It also showed us that we could and will do more of these, that people will come. That's always been kind of a worry, is what if we do this and nobody comes? And the team at Fjallraven was so incredible. They made the whole thing run very, very smoothly, start to finish. It was just easy. We love the brand Fjallraven because it's one of the few ethical, sustainable clothing companies, and they make some of the most technical gear that you can find.
Something about their clothes is they have a lifetime warranty, and at a lot of the shops they actually have a seamstress to repair gear on the spot.
So I brought in a pair of leggings that had a hole in them, and they fixed them right there as I was shopping in store.
There aren't a lot of brands that do that.
No.
And I really appreciate that
Yeah.
about them. Thank you to everybody who made it out and the entire team at Fjallraven. Everybody was so awesome and so good to us. I just can't express my gratitude enough.
It was such an awesome event that we plan on having a long-form podcast to talk about it in detail. Maybe go over the presentation too for anybody who cares. And yeah, thanks again.
Sit. Good boy. Look at you. It's pretty cute.
To round out our incredible, probably best ever trip to Denver, we went to the Kifaru store to meet Anders. Kifaru makes the backpacks that we used all summer and the teepee that we slept in the hunting video.
And the bike video. We took
Yeah.
our bikes on a bike packing trip.
I've been in communication with Anders for a while, and he's the one that sent us our backpacks and the teepee and everything. And we really wanted to meet him in person, so we went to their store to just talk to him. But he surprised us with a full tour of their shop, which is incredible because they make everything in-house.
Yeah, you say in-house, and I kind of think, okay, so they get the backpacks made, shipped to them, and they maybe
Assemble them or
put the
something.
backpacks together before they ship them out. But they do the whole process start to finish.
It's incredible. And to be able to see all the different stations and everything that they have set up to pull that off was fascinating. It's awesome to see a brand that actually makes and produces everything in the United States, so they don't have to ship it around the world. That's just really neat. And their gear is some of the most durable on the market. Like, we've knocked the crap out of the gear, and it just takes a beating so well. And they stand by it, too. So thank you so much, Anders. Really appreciate you taking us on the tour, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.
This has been a packed month, but we are happy to have all of these awesome projects done and get back to YouTube. We're so excited about the podcast. Obviously, this is our podcast setup here, and we were so happy to see all of the positive feedback on it.
Look forward to our podcast every Thursday. We're going to do our best to release them every Thursday, this one included. And again, that's Normal to Nomad is the podcast. You can find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any of those things.
Whatever your favorite podcast app is.
And now you will be able to find them on YouTube too, which is exciting.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.